Do you want to get a certificate of sponsorship? You've been working hard, sending out applications, and yet you've been getting a lot of rejections. It's affecting you so much. You sold your property to be in the UK. You sold all you have to pursue the UK dream, but it seems not to be working, and your student visa is about to expire. You don't want to leave the UK. You would prefer to stay back in the UK rather than going back to your home country. If this is you, watch this video to the end. I'm going to be sharing some tips. These tips are not for the faint-hearted. They are for people who are intentional and want to change their future. They want to stay back in the UK, and that is their dream, because their dream is to get a job, pursue the skilled worker visa approach, complete it, get an indefinite leave to remain, and perhaps a year later apply for British citizenship. That is why they came into the UK. In this video, I'm going to be telling you some proactive measures for people who actually want to stay in the UK after they complete their studies. If you fall under this category, please watch this till the end. Hello everyone. My name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition into the UK to be as smooth as possible. Let's get into this video. The number one thing I will tell you to do is to create a video resume or a video CV. It's a very effective tool to get into employers. If you create your video resume, post it on your LinkedIn profile, and you'll be shocked how fast videos spread to employers. What you need to do is to shoot a 2-minute video where you introduce yourself, introduce your skills, introduce what you can do for any company, and just end by saying thank you. I would love to hear from you. Just shoot that video. You will thank me later. One thing about that video is that you need to dress like you are attending an interview. You need to add some B-roll, if possible, some images of you carrying out some techniques or using some of the soft skills. While in school, though, you might have made some presentations while carrying out your master's or PhD. And then you can include some of those equipment you use to carry out some essays or whatever you did that is on high demand, or perhaps you on your computer using MATLAB or SQL. Things like this could attract the employers and make employers be interested in you. Have you ever had a chat with somebody and you're not feeling the vibe of that person, but when you see the person's video, when the person goes live on Facebook, and you're like, oh my goodness, there's some level of connection I have with this person. And that is what videos do. Videos give a level of connection with the people that see it. And sometimes, because the person has seen your video, and it's not common to have a video CV or a video resume, it makes the person think about you later on in the day and say, okay, perhaps I can invite this person to my office to talk to them, even though I'm not hiring anybody at the moment. But perhaps I could bring this person in and have a chat with him over coffee and see whether he has some qualities that he can contribute towards the success of my company. I'm telling you, video is a very powerful tool. Don't sleep on it. Try and use it. The second tip I'm going to share with you is that you should go to your school's career and employability office and tell them that you are interested in staying back in the UK, or you are looking for a job, and please, can they help you so that you can get a job. I want to let you know that you paid for that service, and the way they employ people in your home country might be totally different from how people are employed in the UK. So you need to start learning about how the system works. It doesn't matter if you've been a bank manager in your home country for a very long time. Things are a bit different here. You need to learn about ATS compliance. You need to learn about answering questions using the STAR technique. It is one major technique that most employers, both in Canada, US, and UK, use. They want to hear that. So many people have applied for jobs and they reach the interview stage and they get rejected because they don't give the UK employer what they want to hear. You need to actually prepare yourself for an interview. I will tell you that even if you cannot switch from a student visa to a skilled workers visa, you need to start your job search as soon as possible. Going to your school's career employability service is a very good step. Don't be ashamed. You paid for it and use that service properly. It's been stated that only 2% of international students use the career services provided by their university, and you need to change that. The third thing is to attend boot camps. Boot camps provide training, they provide mentorship, and they provide community. You really need that community. Most employers would prefer to employ people that have been referred to them. Recommendations help people get jobs. And a closed mouth is a closed destiny. I don't know who said that quote, but that person said the truth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. You need to sign yourself up for boot camps so that you can add an extra qualification to your master's. When an employer wants to issue a certificate of sponsorship and they need to complete a skilled workers visa, they have to convince the home office that you are the best person for that job and that there is no local student or graduate that needs that job at that moment, that you are the best person. And so it shows you that you are in competition with a lot of people in the UK. 7,000 students graduated from my school just a few weeks ago. It tells you that there is high competition for jobs in the UK. You need to find out what employers want, and signing up for boot camps where you get trainings, especially IT trainings, which could be for 1 month or 2 months, could help boost your employability. There are some boot camps where they provide one-on-one mentoring, a community where people share information on the latest job vacancies. People can refer you to pick up some roles. So you need to explore that option. The next proactive measure is for you to boost your LinkedIn. You need to brush up your LinkedIn. First, attach open to work on your LinkedIn profile. Use a very good digital photograph. Next, on your LinkedIn profile, the first subject there should be your technical and soft skills. You need to list all of them there. Once an employer clicks on your profile, let them be able to see that you are marketing your skills. Let them see these are the skills I have and these are the problems I can solve. Another thing is, if you are working with some other professionals, you need to get your manager, your boss, your supervisor, or your PI to endorse you on your LinkedIn. You need to be intentional. You need to actually ask and say, please, sir, can you endorse me on my LinkedIn? And follow the person. Seriously, you really need to ask. Open your mouth and ask. I'm telling you, one of the major reasons why some people struggle to get a job is because they are shy, embarrassed, feel they're invading someone's space, they're scared of asking, they don't have so much confidence in themselves. They don't want to disturb somebody. They don't know that some people, it's a pleasure for them to help you. And even if someone turns you down, it's not the end of the world. You move to the next person. So get someone to endorse you and write a review about you that you are a good person. You're not a ghost. Still with your LinkedIn profile, another thing you need to do is you need to actively follow those people who are occupying the position you want to be in. That is, you need to follow them and you need to go to their DM, introduce yourself in a nice way and tell them that you're interested in joining their company. If they don't respond to you, that is fine. Send the same message to the next person and the next person. You also need to build some level of connection with some of them. You can follow them, comment on their posts, especially share things that matter and are centered around that particular occupation you are in. Make meaningful posts on your LinkedIn so that they would know that you are serious, you are passionate about your area of specialization. So this is something you need to explore seriously if you're not doing that. Another thing you need to do on your LinkedIn profile is to share your achievements, your accomplishments. If you've completed a boot camp or a training, post it on your LinkedIn. Don't be embarrassed by it. If you should be boasting, in quotes, Boasting is about showing that you have the skills. So you need to be posting on your LinkedIn. That's one way of attracting employers that are interested in you. You want to increase your visibility. You need to use keywords, especially names of other roles of that particular occupation you want, and put it on LinkedIn and apply for those jobs. Of course, there are some people that LinkedIn might not be the best option for them. That is why you need to explore other job sites like Indeed, Adzuna, monster.co.uk, CV Library, Glassdoor. There are so many of them. You can explore those jobs and apply for those jobs with TVs and cover letters that are well tailored to those jobs. Another option you need to explore is to get the contact of your colleagues or your classmates, especially indigenes or British students. They have more connections. They were born here and they've lived here for a very, very long time. It's just like you in your home country. If I asked you where some particular professionals are, you could give me an idea of, oh, my uncle is this, or my aunt is this, or this job opportunity is available. I heard about it at a wedding. That's the same way it is for them. You need to form good connections. I'm saying good friendship connections with people who are locals or indigenes in the UK. They have valuable information that could help boost your job search and increase your visibility. What you can do is that you could call or send a WhatsApp message or a Facebook DM or a whatever means you want to use. Talk to your friend and say, hey, my name is this. I had the same class with you. We studied this together. I'm in search of a job and I was wondering whether you have any recommendations for me. Just make it simple and straightforward. And the person could tell you, no, I'm sorry, I don't have any job opportunity I'm aware of. Or the person could say, okay, I'll let you know if something pops up. But you've sent it out there that you are in need of something. And if such a situation arises, the person could actually call you up and say, hey, there's a role out here. Are you ready to fill in this role? This is something you can explore. Talking to your colleagues, both people from your nationality and people who are not from your nationality. I told you that my tips are not for the faint-hearted. You have to be intentional in your job search. The next tip you can explore is to knock at the doors of those companies. Seriously, you can do it. You can knock at their door, introduce yourself, make sure you are well dressed like you are going for an interview. Make sure you're armed with your CV, your cover letter, you're armed with whatever resources you have. Ask to see the manager. You can do that for nursing homes around you. You can do that for care agencies. You can do that for companies that you don't need an access card to go into the building. It doesn't mean you shouldn't explore that option, because you could just wait and talk to somebody who can be from your nationality or anybody and say, hey, please don't be offended. My name is this. I was wondering if there's any job vacancy in your establishment or your organization. Please, can you lead me to your HR manager or who I can talk to about this? The person can say, hey, get out of here. Or the person can say, okay, let me help you out. I told you that the tips I have here are proactive measures and they are not for the faint-hearted. They are for people who are ready to accept face-to-face rejections and they're okay with it. It will increase your chances of getting a job, but like I said, you are planting your imprint, you are planting your needs out there in the world, into people's spaces, into people's minds, into people's DMs, into people's whatever they have access to, and something will click along the way. The last tip I have for you is to create a business proposal. This business proposal should contain your skills, a position in the organization, and how you feel you can bring solution to the problems that that organization has. So it means that you have to go through the organization and read about them, get very conversant about how they operate, identify some problems they might have, and then show how you can use your skills to solve those problems. Don't think about it as a complicated matter. If you prepare a business proposal, it must not be more than 4 pages or 3 pages. You can send that to the HR manager, hiring team, the hiring manager, or maybe a recruiter of that particular company. And wait, you can send as many proposals as you can manage, because it's a very difficult document to prepare. I know it might take a while to prepare one of them, but once you have a hang of it, of how you can prepare such documents, you find out that it's not as difficult as many people make it to be. Of course, go online and find out how to prepare a business proposal. The learning process could take you a week to understand fully what are the different items and titles you need to write upon, and you'll be good to go. I've known someone who has used this option. He actually prepared a business proposal for an organization, and they were not even recruiting anybody, but upon seeing and reading his business proposal, they employed him based on that proposal he presented, and they gave him certificate of sponsorship to stay back in the UK. And he worked with them until he felt that he wanted to move to another organization. So these are options that people have used, and it has worked for them. I created this video so that it could help many people. There are many people in my DM telling me that they are struggling to get a job. They came here with their family. They need a form of stability. They are working hard to get a job, but they are receiving rejections upon rejections. Is demoralizing to them. They don't know what to do. How can they increase their chances of getting that job? How can they move to the next stage of their life? Because they prefer to stay in the UK. They don't want to go back to their home country yet. And I feel if this is you, I hope you explore all the options, or most of the options I've listed in this video. I hope it helps you. I feel you can do it. I really, really feel that you can achieve your dream and your desire. Please like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.